Hey, how's it, Aloha gang? We're back over here at City Mill hanging out with Evile, and today we're going over a common household problems, but the impact could be tremendous if you don't take care of it. We're going to be teaching you how to use basic tools to fix that leaky faucet. What is step one?
Okay, so this is a kitchen faucet. So basically, yeah, if your faucet is dripping all the time, sometimes people think this is probably the problem, your aerator, but from what my experience is probably not, because if it drips, basically this doesn't shut off anything. It's probably coming from one of your valves.
Got it.
So
what causes the leak over time? Is it just normal wear and tear?
Wear and tear, parts wear out, and that's what you have to do. You have to start replacing those parts.
Okay, how often do you recommend people stay up to date with like the valves and the different things on average?
Man, honestly, when I start seeing your water drip just a tiny bit, it's time to change them.
Okay.
Yes. So let's say that's the problem. It's leaking, right? Dripping over here. What we want to do is, most faucets, some are different. Some of you have a regular screwdriver, Phillips. Just take this off on the top. This piece right here is a nut that holds the cartridge down. You can't pull this up without removing this. And this is when you gotta have those wrenches, you know, one of these things right here. Okay. Once you turn that, loosen that, you should be able to come off really, really easy.
Gotcha.
So just like that, and then you would pop this up. So once you remove this, you can open this up a little bit, because it might be an O-ring that's bad or worn, and there's another one that's in here that's that probably needs to be replaced. Most of the time, my recommendation is replace the whole thing. You can do a process of elimination, but what if you install everything and it still leaks?
Right.
Okay, so first thing, very important that you turn off your shut-off valve right below your cabinet. You have your shut-off valve that you turn off so that you don't have any other issues when you're removing these.
How do you know that it's completely shut off? You'll turn it, and then when you come up to hit the faucet, no water.
No water, yeah. Right. So, and just let that drain until literally you have no water coming out. Okay, you're safe.
That's very important, because just because you turn the valve doesn't necessarily you shut the water completely off.
There's still water inside the system that needs to be drained. So make sure once you see it not running, you're pretty much safe.
Gotcha. So you recommend replacing the whole piece, right?
The whole piece.
So do people bring this into City Mill?
Most of the time they do. But if they come in, then we ask them questions, what kind of faucets they got, either a single handle, or this is considered a two handle.
Okay.
So then, you know, they'd have to go back home and see, either bring back the piece, so we can actually help them to replace it. Always recommend, if they can, bring the old piece in. So the installation on this is just do the reverse of what you did earlier on, okay? So you pop that in.
This one comes down, yeah?
Yeah, the other way.
This one comes down like this?
Yeah. And screw that in, and pop the handle on. This should just slide on, yeah.
Like that, yeah?
Yeah.
And then screw goes back on?
Yes.
Okay, I got one for you, Evile. What if people are looking, maybe it's coming from here? Does it ever come from there, or is it always, if it's not leaking from here, is it always one of these two valves?
90% of the time it's going to be your hot or cold. If it's in here, it would have to be your single control. That's what it is. That controls your hot and cold. But when there's two handle faucets, normally it's either one of them, either the hot or the cold.
Gotcha. And then what is this over here, Evile?
Teflon tape. So when you screw the threads with the nut, it actually kind of expands inside there. So there's a tight seal. So there's no water that comes out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you recommend people to do? Moment that they see a leak, what's step one?
Well, once you see like a leak for the first time, it's an opportunity to say, hey, let's go to City Mill and just ask some questions, you know, and we can get some recommendation on what needs to be done. We all want to try to save some money, you know. I mean, we want to support some of our plumbers, do-it-yourselfers, but at the same time, it can be costly, right? So if we show you what to do, that'll save you some money down the road.
There you go. If you've got a leaky faucet with very basic tools, you can fix it yourself.